Hello and welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u group Zoom call. To access the call, we're going to scroll down from her website and look for the Zoom banner. Remember this passcode and click here. This will take you over to the Zoom platform where we will allow, and we'll be able to join with video or without video. We're going to join with computer audio. I hope.
Stress. And again, all these things, little manipulation going on there. We don't know if we're the ones doing it or someone's doing it to us. Things aren't flowing. That's one characteristic of being connected with your higher self, and therefore of this field of information around you, is things flow. And when they don't flow, it's stressful. As people age, they burn fewer calories. This often results in increased body fat and loss of muscle. All this, however, is a brisk 2-mile walk daily to balance energy intake and energy needs. All right, well, that's our words to ponder. Interesting. And our resistance factor at this moment in time is allergies. Let's see where we are with that. And in all fairness, nothing is a negative thing because we learn, for example, if there's allergy stress, that is immune system. Let's pause that down. Start that again. That's good. Maybe I forgot yesterday. But let's go ahead also, since that came up, and see if we want Dr. Kersey's coronavirus scan today. Let's just see. And everything is chi. Everything. If you want to focus on one thing, it's raising your chi. No, it's not a priority, so that's good. So anyway, and then also here is I went ahead and scanned for our prayer. And very interesting, it says sustain the high frequency of the golden age. And that's the irony, is that we look around, we see a lot of negative things going on, and yet we could, from this, create the golden age, which would be where we are actually able to join our consciousness and even end war, disease, etc. That we supposedly have that potential if we can connect. So let's see how we resonate with that prayer. We just did a little scan back there. See, and we're still not done. That's just, let's see what we say now. So now we're doing Ash trigger points. Well, let's see, that was a little low. You see that 98, that's a chronic stress, even though it's very subtle. We want to do Shin. Yeah, Shin will do it. Let's just put that right in there. Stop. And we'll start over. So anyway, that is where we are with this. So going on in, I finally got that save session done for the test swabs yesterday. And Kevin has downloaded it, so if you call him, it's available. And so many have had these tests, and I'll tell you, it's wild. So again, as you know, when there's a saved session, you're going to go ahead and you're going to leave this blank. go down here to load, save session. I also was able to get a couple of other things loaded, for example, stress related to the coronavirus, everything, the test swabs and the vaccine and the lockdowns and everything. That's in there. That's right here. Stress related to the COVID vaccine and COVID tests. And now, where is my other one that I just did? Hope I can find it.
Up a little bit negative, neutralize any negative effect from the COVID test.
Thank you. So, when we did this, I put this remove and transmute command in, and you've got this one in your P4 cocktails. This is powerful. And I think I got this from Grandmaster David, if not Dr. Kersey. But this pretty much includes anything, including, get down here, toxins, physical toxins, energetic toxins, spiritual. I mean, this is a tremendous, so that's here. And then here's what happened with these images. I was keeping a nice list, and as I worked along, all of a sudden my Word documents all got real crinkly and messed up, and I lost it. So Kevin, when he loads this for you, I believe he has a way to pull it up and show you what's in here. We have the essentials, the epithelium, the pineal, the pituitary, the blood clots. We have the essentials. But what I did is I added a bunch of prayer codes. And I really want, what I did for all of them, remember, chi is the deal. Chi is more than just energy, it's also physical. For example, when we've pushed this lockdown, which does not appear to have any benefits other than to lower chi.
Right. So
chi is, if you have someone who is ill, spend some time, make sure they're not isolated. So the chi is both energetic but also physical. And so a bunch of the prayer codes are in here, and I didn't name them because I was making you a nice list, and I don't have it, but they're all very, very positive. And I think Kevin can pull them up and tell you exactly what they are. Because I know when I made this other one on stress related to the corona, he pulled that up. Look. So anyway, you've got a lot of these in here, and got the client group here. And if you run this, just add any other name you choose to add, and hit your wonder click. And there you go. And this would not hurt. And remember what you can do. In fact, I'm going to show you that next. Before you send any cocktail, you might consider testing if it's a priority for their chi. And then if they need it, they need it. And so, because that leads us, and of course, we're going a whole different direction. I thought we'd be ready for more emphasis on dental. I thought we'd go from lower pharyngeal to middle to be at upper by today, but we're not. But I made a cocktail for the pharyngeal, and I went in here. Is it a priority for chi for us to receive this? And it is. So let's do it. Let me show you some of these things. And this was quite interesting, and I'm going to tell you a little story along with it. It seems to me years back when I looked up information on this, there really wasn't any online, but things have changed. And a lot of the things you're going to see in the SRC now, if you Google them, you'll get more specific information. So I'll share with you a little, and you keep in mind, I really don't know that much myself, but the information is there and we can put it together. Yin is the chi that flows in your blood vessels. And then Wei Chi is the chi that flows outside of that. And you want those balanced, as you can see. Of course, then these are some of the things that are impacted by this balance, which would be then in reference to the Sanjiao. The vascular system, and of course here I put the balance Yin and Wei Chi, so we know. And what I did personally, there was no code for that, but I went to the recharger. Let's just do that right now, And I have it's not one copy. I have a couple of people that are going through some health challenges, and both of them wanted hours and hours for this. So let's look at it for us as a group. $11.
Oh.
So we'll do it. And this, because we want that energy, of course. Now, chronic fatigue, what was interesting is this, the Sanjiao and this balance of the yin and wei qi is a powerful factor in chronic fatigue. And this is another one. Now, I got to tell you a little story on this one. I've got a friend who's really having a rough time, and I'm blessed with some friends who have second sight. And I was talking with one of them, and she brought it up. She said there is some kind of abdominal congestion. Well, this person, the abdomen is not where the stress is coming from. However, when I tested, illness is trapped in what they call the Xiao Yang, and we even have a code for that, as you can see. I got a 99.
Wow.
So let's just see as a group where we are with that. And of course, the abdomen, we know, group. Okay, thank goodness we're not 99. I'm going to just reset this.
It all comes back to the gut biome, hey?
It sure seems to, yeah. And I do need to research that further. That's on the list. But that, for this particular person, I am hoping that this might actually answer some questions. But anyway, some other things related to the Sanjiao, of course, this factor right here, the abdominal stress protection, lower back, hips, and this is all so far your lower Sanjiao. Abdominal cavity, which might be why we're wanting to go so long, reproductive, urinary. Then you go to the middle, and of course, middle back. Zhang Fu, which I'm trying to still figure out what it is, but I put it in there. Balance, yin and yang, that's coming from that middle area that is so crucial. And then the upper head, eyes, nose, mouth, throat, arms, upper back, chest, lungs, esophagus. And what this again is all about the flow of electricity through our body. That's the whole deal. And then they also talked about source chi, so I just added it. And so let's go up here now. I'm going to show you that you can take this. I'll send it to Joanna, and you can make a cocktail. Just go ahead and copy it. Put it in here. Save. Let's just see. And there were some herbs also that are effective. We'll talk about that another time, but I did add them. I'm just adding them a little at a time for certain people to learn a few things. We want good old WonderClick. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, so we've got some stress related to damage. Again, all subtle. Let's go in here. And keeping in mind, really, there is no such thing as a negative thing because we're just kind of in school. Just douse that down and put it in the Gong. masking. Interesting to see where we are with that. Negative to positive. Again, keeping in mind it's all a lesson. There's a little stress there. You know, we're talking about degeneration, and we're mentioning it enough that it's worth, you know, each person on their own doing a little further investigation and nip whatever needs to be nipped in the bud. Might be physical pain, knees, ankles were mentioned, the low number. Multi-chakra, nervous system, reproductive, that would be your lower Sanjiao. Again, all subtle. Little self-deception. I don't know about anybody else, but the biggest thing I see is people not doing any of their own investigation on this pandemic, so-called pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And that I finally had to order, there's a book, Uninformed Consent by Hal Huggins. You see, the group is not big on that, but it's in there. And I finally had to order it because Scribe just made it unavailable. And I waited, couldn't get it. But that's something to think about with the dental industry, so to speak. Knowing what was happening to people with the metal in their mouth and continuing because it was profitable. Words to ponder. You're getting old when you get the same sensation from a rocking chair that you once got from a roller coaster. Worried. Let's just look at that. Worried. Well, we could do without that. Let's go to the emotion panel for that. And that might be a good time to use that new clearing technique we all learned.
Mm-hmm.
See what it's doing. All right, so damp, circulation, and then the extra chakras. We're going to get into a lot of work on chakras shortly. Let's look at sorrow. And again, none of these are bad in themselves. I mean, we'd be a little weird if we didn't feel some sorrow once in a while, but we have to be in control of that. And that actually opens the door to a little bacteria, as it's lowering qi. Oh, shoot, let's look at that. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Right. Let's see. Feelings of abandoned. And like you know, so many of us, we make these decisions very early in life. The decisions may not be correct, but they are downloaded into our system.
Right.
Let's just look at the emotions also. enraged, interesting just to see the level of negativity. And then here's our resistance would be related, among other things, to our immunity. Get out of there. Again, not major, but let's go ahead and see emotionally what that might be. And there's the vaccines. There's the Sanjiao middle region. There's that mutated information, and then there's the adrenals. So let's go ahead and just get our timing, 55 minutes. Let's go ahead and check on adrenal vitality. And we could use a little pickup there. Let's go to the charger. Adrenal right block.
Wow.
3 would do it. Let's see if the 4 or 5 is any higher than 78. And that's why I like to test the times. If we can do too much. Let's do the 3. And so that is it.
Wow.
I'll show you real quickly that we probably have never had a time when it's more important to take care of our nutritional health.
Right.
And so I did real quickly do the sustenance balancer scan ahead of time so you could see what we're talking about for today, and then I'll do this later. But look at this top one, clear social programming. And that involves our food also.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got many interesting things here, just a few that jump out. This Ridgecrest Clear Lungs is a great product if it resonates with you. Blood sugar balance. Let's see what else we've got. Enzymes and hormones for the brain. Free from threats to health and vitality. There's some enzymes. You test yourself for your own products. Black seed oil, fungus eliminator. I like this one, remove obstacles and make lucky permanently.
Yeah, there you go.
And that ought to take care of a little sorrow and worry. Let's see what else we got down here that just jumps out. Always fatty acids show up. Rebuild, regrow, adrenal, over up past 1,000. Now, never mind. So this is it right up here. So that'll go in with the sustenance balancer. And don't be unaware of how powerful that one is.
Right.
So there we go for today.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's nice, Cathy.
So have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday.
thanks a lot, Cathy. You have a great weekend too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This concludes the SRC4u group Zoom call for May 7th, 2021. Thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.